Okay, this is a quick one on multiple control nets in Z-Image Turbo. So I've got a workflow here where I've got an image going in, I've removed the background, and then I'm applying a number of preprocessors. So I've got a line art preprocessor, so basically extracting the line art, depth, and pose. So I try to have a look at a solution for this online, and one solution was using blend nodes, which kind of worked. It kind of worked, but you ended up with some artifacts specifically from the DWP, like this line artifact comes into the final image, and it's not so clear. So when you connect things up, I'll just talk about the connection really fast before we move on. I'm just setting things to the default values. So the way to do it is you've got a model patch loader in ZImage, which goes into Qwen image diff synth node. So each of the processors plugs into the image node of each individual control net node. So, I've got one for my line art, I've got one for my depth, and I've got one for my pose. So each one is plugging into the image input here, right? And you have one model patch loader that goes into all three, and then you chain the control nets together using the model input and output for all three, and that then goes into your K-sampler. So just to make this a bit quicker, I'm going to bypass some of these nodes in here because I haven't got a very powerful GPU. Right, there we go. So if I run this, I might have to pause the video. So the result of combining those control nets with a setting of 1 is this. As you can see, it looks pretty terrible. It looks pretty terrible. So the solution then is to drop the weight of the control net nodes. So previously it was 1, 1, and 1 on all three nodes that are chained together. So what I've done is, I think the safe threshold is that these numbers should add up to a maximum of 1.2. So what I've done here is I've gone 0.5, I've gone 0.3, and I've gone 0.3. And with those settings, what I end up is this image here, which looks a lot better. It looks a lot more natural. It's very close to what I actually wanted. So just the settings again is you chain the control nets together with one model patch loader going into all three, and you drop the strength from 1 to another number. Previously, when I had the strength at 1, the system actually crashed. I mean, I'm running this on a 2080 with 8 gigs, so that's not the best setting, but that's what I've got. And I hope that answers the question for anyone else who is facing the same problem. Thank you.